What's a good word, everyone? Tiger727 back on another video. Long overdue video. It's been a long time. I'm not going to make any excuses, but just been busy with life, so we'll leave it at that. So I picked up a card a few weeks ago, and in this text group with some other people from YouTube, fantasy baseball that we play, I showed a picture of the card, and one of the guys had asked, hey, have you done a video on my specific collection that I'm working on? And I showed a few cards along the way that I picked up, but I figured I'd give you an update as to where I'm at with this set that I'm working on, and let you know what I'm working on, I guess. So in front of you, you see a 1992 Mike Bordick card, and going through your mind is probably, why in the world would anybody even grade this card? And a few years ago, I probably would have said the same thing, but I decided to do a collection on players that were born in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and I should say born and or live in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and probably about 20%, maybe 30% of the way through my collection, or through all the cards I want to get. And so I'm just going to show a few of these. So there's the 1992 Mike Bordick. He was born in Marquette, Michigan. And I was going to keep it just to base cards, but I figured I'd throw in a few extras as well. Here's the 1991 Topps MLB debut rookie Mike Bordick. I'm not going to spend too much time on each card. Just want to let you know what I have and where they were born and or where they currently live. All my John Hillers you've probably seen before. 1980 John Hiller. He was actually born in Canada, but to the best of my knowledge, he still lives in Iron Mountain, Michigan. That's 1980. Quite a few Hillers here. 1979. If it'll focus. The 1976 John Hiller. 1975. And I guess while we're working up to the last card here, I got probably about 10 more to go. I want to keep this kind of quick. The last card I'm going to show is what brought the question on, is if I've done a video. And that card specifically, I never thought I would own one in my entire life. And lo and behold, I now have one. So another John Hiller. You know, I was going to try to just keep it to base cards with no autos. I just wanted strictly base. But I saw this, and I did not have a John Hiller auto, so I picked that one up. I figured it's my own personal set. Whatever, if there's an auto on it, what's it going to hurt? It's an auto, right? And 1970 John Hiller in a 7. Apparently it's stained somewhere. I couldn't find it. Not worried about it. I'm just happy to have it. 69 Hiller. Strange thing about Hiller, actually, he kind of had in his young career, I believe he was 25 years old when he had a heart attack, and he missed a few years, and then he came back and pitched for quite a few years after that. So at a young age, had a heart attack, had some heart issues for a majority of his career. The 68 is obviously part of the Upper Peninsula collection that I have, but it's also part of my 68 Tiger team set that I'm working on, which I am currently 5 cards shy on for all PSA. Another one, Dan Dobick. Dan was born in Ontonagon, Michigan. Small town in the western part of the Upper Peninsula. And this was actually a PSA DNA as well, because it's autographed by Dan. I was actually kind of surprised at how pricey this card was. You know, not like over the top pricey, but just kind of weird for a not very popular player, and I was just surprised. But that's his 1960 rookie. And 59. So I'm sorry. The previous one was his rookie star. This is his rookie stars of 1959, Dan Dobik. And this gentleman, I believe, if I remember right, was born in Iron Mountain, Michigan. Gordon Lund. There's also Greg Garrett and Jarvis Tatum on this card. But Gordon Lund was born in Iron Mountain, and it is also signed by him. And most of these brunettes you've probably seen. George Brunette was actually born in, well, depending what you read, Calumet or Houghton, Michigan. Those two towns are about 12 miles apart, so I guess it depends what hospital he was born in. But grew up in a small town called Alloway, Michigan. Bounced around from different teams. I think he died in the 80s down in Mexico on a family vacation of a heart attack. That was his 64. Here's his 65. And his 68, which is also part of the set that I'm working on. Actually, it's not the Tiger Team set, but at some point in my collecting career / life, I would like to have the complete 1968 top set. Very, very hard set to complete, but at some point I would like to. Obviously, it's got the Ryan rookie and a few others that are just going to be astronomical value-wise. And the last, George Brunette, 1969. And last but not least, card I never thought I would have. Of any type whatsoever, but I got this at a super great deal. Is a Dolly Gray, and depending what you read, he was either born in Houghton, Michigan or Ishpeming, Michigan. Houghton being the same town that possibly George Brunette was born in. Ishpeming's about 15-20 miles west of Marquette if you were to look at a map. So depending what you read, that's where Dolly Gray was born. This is a polar bear. There's numerous, I mean, for those, I'm sure most people who watch these videos on here know that there's various versions of the T206. This is the polar bear. And every time I see this or see polar bear, I think of my daughter because her favorite animal is a polar bear. And I also think of Pete Alonso, oddly enough. But so yeah, just a very nice card, and I never thought I would own a T206 card in my lifetime, and now I do. And I got probably, like I said, I'm probably about 20 or 30% done with this entire collection. I have numerous raw cards that I want to send in a PSA for this specific collection, and but from all the research I've done, there's approximately 12 to 15 players, I think, that were born and or live in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So very, very few. And so far, that's what I have in graded. Like I said, I have some raw, but I will show those at a future date. And with that, I will. That'll be the end of the video. Have a good one.